Hello everyone, this is Professor Maloney. Today's recording is going to be a demonstration to show you what you must do to register at the Cengage MindTap website that I created for this class. Okay, as I stated in my class overview video, there 98% of your class grade comes from assignments that are done either on the Cengage MindTap website or downloaded from that site. And therefore, there are two groups of people in this class. One group are dual enrollment students. You guys have been provided with a free courtesy access to the Cengage MindTap site for the class, which means you have your access code taken care of for you. The other students in this class, I'll just say quote unquote, are regular students. They're not dual enrollment, they're just regular college students. And you must purchase your MindTap access code by the end of the first week of class. All right. Again, 98% of your class grade comes from the Cengage MindTap site. And I'm going to show you both how to register, how to get your access code, and also I'll show you all the assignments on that site, or a lot of the assignments on that website. All righty, so let's get to it. I'm going to share my screen now, and then we shall begin. All right, so let me go to your view. All right, so this is your view. These are the buttons on the left side, what I call the navigation menu in Blackboard. And you notice your class, CGS1060C, 2227 means it's fall 2022 term, and 10121 means it's your reference number, your class reference number. All right. Okay. So if you need information on what a lot of these links do and are, watch my overview video, which I'm playing in class on day 1 of this course. But that video is also in the course videos created by Professor Maloney link right here in Blackboard. All right. And that's where this one will be, by the way, after I finish its recording. All right. All my video recordings, and I'll be doing about a dozen of them for this class, will end up in this course videos created by Professor Maloney. That way you have access to them 24 hours a day, 7 days a week if you want to. They're also on my YouTube channel, but you'll be accessing that channel by clicking on the videos from here. All right, so you don't need to know the link. All right, excuse me. So for this video, I want to make sure you understand where we're at and what we're going to be doing. So even though I did a syllabus and schedule of activities overview as part of my class overview session, I'm going to open this up, but this time I'm only opening it up to show you where the book information is, the access code information is, okay? So you know it's a 2-day-a-week required live online class. It's a synchronous class. That means you must be in my class at the times that are listed on your schedule. Your schedule shows this class is Tuesday, Thursday, TR, T is for Tuesday, R is for Thursday, 8 a.m. to 9:40 a.m. But I've broken that hour and 40 minutes up into a required class session called a lecture, if you will. Okay, that's from 8 a.m. until 9 a.m. every Tuesday and every Thursday. And if you miss 3 of those sessions, I reserve the right to drop you. And most likely, I will drop you. Attendance is captured automatically. Also, every time you leave the session, it's captured automatically. And I monitor attendance very, very closely. All right. So the required sessions are 8 to 9 a.m. every Tuesday and every Thursday, starting Tuesday, August 23rd. Then I have optional office hour sessions. So office hours are, if you have a question, you say, you know what, I don't understand my grade, or I don't understand how to calculate my grade to see where Professor Maloney has a weighted total grade for me. I'd like to know how that's derived, how that's created. And I'll be glad to talk to you about stuff like that. If you also have trouble with any training activities, in this class there are trainings, there are projects, There are exams, and that's the biggest part of your class grade. Trainings, projects, and exams. Okay, and I'll just show you real quickly where they are down here in terms of the percentage of each. So trainings, 15%. Projects, 28. So 28 and 15 is 43. And then exams, 50. 43 and 50 is 93% of your class grade comes from these things. There are also 5 computer concepts quizzes at the Cengage site that are worth 5% of your grade. In other words, each one is worth 1%, and your bio post is worth 2%. Again, you need to review the class overview video if you're confused on those things. But 93% of your class grade comes from that stuff. So if you have a question on training, you can ask me in the live office hour session. I do not help students on projects. I do not help students on exams. So your job is to do trainings first, then projects, then practice exams, which you don't have to do, but they're also optional, and they're also a great tool because my exam questions come from the trainings. And again, the trainings, when you do a practice exam, that's exactly every training question, but set up in the training mode, in the exam mode. All right. Anyway, so like I said, this is not the class overview video, so I'm going to leave this now, but that's what you've got. So there's 2 different sessions. 8 to 9 a.m. is required. 9 a.m. to 9:40 is optional if you have questions. All right. Okay. Then for your access code, that you come down here to section 4, required text and materials. I'll read this paragraph. So in this class, all dual enrollment students will receive a complimentary, which is free, course access code. So if you are a dual enrollment student, you received an email on August the 9th. I did anyway. So search your emails on August 9 if you don't recall seeing that. You can also talk to your advisor, not me. I'm not responsible for sending that information out. Okay. And that email, though, included the required digital course access code for the Cengage MindTap site, which I use in this class. I created that site the week before class began. Really 2 weeks before. I created it on August 13th. Anyway, for non-dual enrollment students, you must purchase a Cengage MindTap access code for this course from one of the options below during the first week of class. If you don't buy it the first week of class, I reserve the right to drop you. Now, if you're a financial aid student, which most Miami-Dade College students are on financial aid, so that means your books are taken care of for you, even though at some point in the future you do have to pay them back. But so you don't have an excuse to say, well, but professor, I didn't get my financial aid. No, financial aid is given to you if you're registered for your classes in advance of the term beginning, and it's only good for like a week and a half or so. But in my class, you must get your access code by the end of the first week, or I reserve the right to drop you. Okay. All right. Then you need to register at the MindTap site. Well, I have a link in Blackboard called Students Start Here. Okay. If I scroll up here, see Students Start Here, and this is where I'm going to go now. All right, but I'm going to first finish this little introduction to this part. So that's where you go all the time. Students Start Here in the navigation menu, and it'll always bring you over to Cengage MindTap, my website for the class. But that's after you register. When you go there the first time, you're going to have to register with the access code that you were provided with if you're a dual enrollment student, or the access code that you purchased if you're a quote-unquote regular student, regular college student. Okay, so this link right here that says course materials results page, if I click this link, which I'm going to do right now, you're going to see that it's going to open up a new tab, and here's the new tab. It's called eFollett. eFollett is the company that manages our bookstore. So this is Bookstore Homestead, Miami-Dade College Homestead campus. That's our bookstore. Okay, so when you click that link, also it brings you right back up. It brings you to my class and your class. I mean, meaning it's bringing you to your class. CGS1060C, reference number 10121, and this is where you go to if you have to buy your material. Okay, all right. So you do that. Now I said it opened up in a new tab. It did not. Sorry about that. But I can change. Actually, I'll change that to make sure it opens up in a new tab for you. Okay. So anyway, that's enough from the syllabus for this class. But remember, you can review the syllabus. You must review the syllabus. At the end of the syllabus, there's a schedule of activities. Shows you every assignment from day 1 of this class to day, let's see, it's 16 weeks, so 32 less 1 holiday, 31 days. So from day 1 to day 31, all the assignments are listed. I call it a tentative schedule of activities because when you're on the syllabus, you'll see it's called tentative schedule of activities because it's possible I have to make a change. Right? It's possible I made a mistake, but either way, everything in my class, the professor gets to make a change on if he or she wants to. And in my case, that's he. All right. So that's that. Now I'm going to click Student Start here. Okay. This is what you have to do, but I'm going to have you do this in class on Thursday, August 25th, which is the second day of class. So second day of class, you're going to do this. So you click here. Okay. And then you're going to click Students, click here to go to MindTap to do your work. But the first day, the first time you do it, you're registering. And then the second time you do it, the third time, the 10th time, the 100th time you do it, it'll always just bring you straight to our class. So it's the same Students Start here and the same Students click here to go to MindTap to do your work link. Okay, it's always the same, but the first time you're going to register. Okay, now I'm going to read this paragraph as well, just because it's extremely important. I want you to understand. So you must click the above link by Thursday, August 25th. This is the above link right here, the one where you see it now. It looks like the hyperlink, the hand with the finger sticking out. Okay, so you must click the above link by Thursday, August 25th and register at the MindTap website with your mymdc.net email address. So if you're a dual enrollment student, I told you, you've already received, as long as you were registered for the class anyway, before August 9th, you've received it. Okay, if you registered for the class after August 9th, you just have to still check your emails. Right when you register, you should then within a day receive an email, and the email will include your access code. And again, for dual enrollment students, it's a free access code. But if you are not a dual enrollment student, in other words, you're a college student, you must purchase your access code from a link in my syllabus, which I just clicked on, and it brought you to the eFollett site for the class. And just a matter of fact, remind me so I can change that link before today ends, so that it opens up in a new tab for you. But anyway, so you must purchase your MindTap access code by the end of the first week. And on the second day, meaning Thursday, August 25th, I'm going to play this video and talk to you about you guys making sure you register. All right. So, and again, I said earlier, just so you know, this class uses the Cengage MindTap platform for 98% of your class grade. That's the primary reason you don't get to just twiddle and register or buy your book whenever you want to. You already have assignments available on Thursday, August 25th. So you need to register on that day. Okay. All right. So that is that. So now, because I'm going in student preview mode, because I'm the professor and I already have access to MindTap, mine won't be quite as a true student, but I'll kind of talk about it as I go along. All right, so you click here. Now, I purposefully am forcing myself to click the launch content for pop-up blockers. But if you don't know how to enable pop-ups, you see there's a link over here again, enabling pop-ups in your browser. I have the instructions. This is from the Best Buy, the Geek Squad site. But you know, it's for an Apple, it's for Windows, it's for your Chromebook, it's for any browser you use. You know, what do you need to do to enable pop-ups? But if you prefer, you can just click it, and when you get the message, you just launch the content. Right? So when you enable your pop-ups, or when you launch that content, then because you have not registered the first time you do it, you're going to have to come in here and register. All right? So that's why you need your access code. But if you don't have it by Thursday, August 25th, then you can go ahead and register, and they'll give you a 7-day free trial. Okay, but still, in that case, if you have not paid for that trial, you know, within 7 days, then I will definitely drop you from the class, and any work you have done would be deleted. They don't keep work for students that don't pay for the access code. And again, dual enrollment students, you get it for free. Okay, so you're going to come to this page though. So you see, this is the first link you come to after you click. So I clicked over here, students start here. After I click students start here, I clicked students click here to go to MindTap. After I did that, it opened in a new tab to this page. And it says fall, oh, sorry about that, I got to fix that. Fall 2021, this is last year's book, so I have to fix that. It'll say fall 2022, honors CGS1060, reference 2170, Professor Maloney, yada, yada, yada. So it'll be here. You just have to click here to enter your access code. So dual enrollment students, you should have your access code. So you click this, enter your access code now. You see, this is a link right here. And then you enter it, okay? But you see here, otherwise you click continue. This is for students that don't have an access code and they're also not dual enrollment students, meaning they have to buy it. So then you click the continue button, okay? So continue is if you don't have an access code, but you want to register so you can start doing your work, and you understand that you must pay for that access code within 7 days, or they will drop you from MindTap, and I'll drop you from the class. All right. Okay, so that's that. So I'll click the continue. All right. So when I click continue, it then, in my case again, because I'm a professor and I said it won't work quite the same. All right. So it won't work quite the same. Mine are showing my classes from last fall in one case, and another last fall, and one from this past summer. Yours will just show one book, and it'll either be $82 or $86.75. I don't remember which, but it'll be in the neighborhood of, let's just call it $100. Okay, so it'll be in the neighborhood of $100 if you're not a dual enrollment student. All right. So then you'll just click to buy, but again, you won't be buying 3. They're listing 3 classes, like I'm taking the class 3 times. Obviously, I'm not. But again, the professor's link when they're using a student preview doesn't work as well. All right, yours will work perfectly. All right, okay. And there'll also be a free trial button down here on the bottom. There'll be a free trial. I won't get that. Okay. All right. So then you just follow the prompts. You put in your mymdc.net email. You put in your password. You create your account. And then once you finish, so let's pretend now you've done that. All right. So you finish. So I'm going to shut that down. I'm going to get out of the preview. Okay. And now I'm going to go in with mine. But yours, remember I said, once you register, the second time you come here, so pretend now that you've registered. Then when you click here, you'll be sent over exactly like I'm sent. Just launch the content. And now in a few seconds, I'll be on the site for this class. And the site for this class will be Fall 2022 CGS1060C 2227 10121. All right. And it has all of the assignments for the entire term. Okay. For the entire term. All of these assignments are listed on the class syllabus as well. Okay. So if I went to the syllabus, you can download the syllabus or you can just scroll. And I'll scroll now to show you where the schedule of activities is. It's the last items right here, the last 2 pages. So it has every assignment listed, okay, for all the units, all the weeks. The ones in the middle here, the ones that say assignments done in class, these are for your exams. You have 5 exams. One exam is Tuesday, September 13th, during class hours. Second one is Tuesday, October 4th. And by the way, the first one is on Windows 10. The second one is on Microsoft Word. Third one is on Thursday, November 3rd. This is on Microsoft Excel. The fourth one is on Microsoft Access. That's on Tuesday, November 22nd. That's the fourth one. And the last one is on Tuesday, December 13th. That's on Microsoft PowerPoint. Okay, so those 5 things there in the center let you know where the exams are. But if you just open the syllabus and scroll to the bottom, you see them right here. I'll just show you one now in MindTap as a as an example. So the very first one is on Windows 10. Here it says Windows 10. Okay, and here is when it is. So you remember September 13th from 8 a.m. It's really going to be 8:10 a.m., but I haven't done that part yet because the first 10 minutes of class, I'm going to be talking about the fact that you're doing an exam and where you go and how you do it. So 8 a.m. to 9:40, remember that, and September 13th. Now I'm going to go over here. So operating systems is Windows 10. So in the operating systems, and here's the exam. You see it unlocks September 13th at 8:10, okay? And it's due by 9:30. So those things are off by 10 minutes because of the way I have set it up, but that's okay. But you get 1 hour and 10 minutes max for it. Most of you will finish it in 15 to 30 minutes, okay? And on exam days, that's the only thing you have to do is the exam. But anyway, that's that one, all right? And I wanted to, again, just show you Word. If you remember, if you got a good memory, the second one said October 4, if I go over here. So that's the first exam. Second one here, Tuesday, October 4, that's on Word, okay? So instead of 8:10, 8, it's 8:10. Instead of 9:40, it's 9:30, all right? Okay, and all the other assignments are listed on the right. This is the important part here, all other assignments. Everything you do is over here. But most of the work, 98% of the work is done here, all right? All right. Now, when you're on this site, I just want to show you a few things and talk about a few things for you here, all right? So you have, let me make sure this is on larger, yes, 125%, okay. The welcome to your course, you don't have to do. Technology for Success Computer Concepts. This is the first thing you're going to be doing at MindTap in this class, okay? Now, there are 5 modules that you must do. That's Module 1, Module 2, Module 3, Module 4, and Module 5. You do not need to do Module 12, 13, or 14. You do not need to do them. You're welcome to do them if you want to, but if you do, it's practice. Nothing in there counts towards the grade. You're welcome to read and do whatever on the in the news. There's 2 in the news links, but they're not graded either. It's just additional information if you're interested. Okay, getting started with technology for success, same thing. You must though do Module 1, Module 2, Module 3, Module 4, and Module 5. So if I click Module 1, you're going to see there's about 8 or 10 links. They all say due September 12th. They all say unlocks Thursday, August 25 at 12 a.m. Every time I have an assignment unlock, they unlock at exactly 12 a.m. and everything is due at 11:59 p.m. Okay, with the exception of exams. Exams are only allowed to be done during class times, which means 8 a.m. to 9:40 a.m. But from 8 to about 8:10, I'll be talking, and then so I'll set most of the exams up at 8:10, and you'll get 70 minutes or until 9:30, whichever comes first. But you don't get, in other words, if you start at 8:10, you don't get an hour and 20 minutes because that would be 80. You get exactly up to 70 minutes or until the time. And right now I'm not looking at an exam. So this is the normal. The normal is it starts at 12 a.m., ends 11:59 p.m. So you get the full days. All right. But if you go to Module 1 and then you scroll down, everything says practice or reading or critical thinking, whatever. But if you scroll to the bottom, you come up with an orange filled in circle. Everything that has an orange filled in circle, you must do in this class, okay? And it says counts towards grade. So when you see an orange filled in bubble, that's something you must do. So now I know the first question many of you are going to ask, or the next question is, but you just said we have to do this. Yeah, you have to do it if you want to get 100 on this quiz. You definitely have to do it. You may have to do it for 5 or 6 hours. But that's up to you. Okay, this is up to you. You can click all of these things. This is a video. You can do this. This is reading. You can do this. It's a challenge, so it's a practice. You can do this. It's a video. You can do this, reading. And the readings are never going to be more than 10 or 20 pages. Sometimes they'll only be a couple pages. Okay, you can do this, training. So you can just click and do it, but it's practice. So it's up to you what you do. And then there's a review. And then there's review 3 activities, which is probably very nice to do. Review questions, practice. Discussion questions. Well, discussion questions probably won't help you because you don't have to answer any discussion questions. Critical thinking activities might help you. But here, the orange filled in bubble, you must do. So you can do it if you want to, literally at 12 a.m. on Thursday, August 25th, but it wouldn't be a good idea to do it before you've done the practice and the readings and the videos, okay? And look at what I put for each quiz. You can take this quiz 2 times and the highest score counts. So in other words, if you get 100 on it, you don't want to do it 2 times. There's no reason to, because once you're done with these quizzes, you're done. We're done with the quizzes. They'll never show up. There's no midterm. There's no final exam that covers anything from quizzes. Quizzes are multiple choice. They're true, false. And I don't do any real, big assignments that are true, false, multiple choice. That's why these quizzes are only worth 1% of your class grade each. So there's 5 quizzes worth a total of 5% of your class grade. So you can literally not even do any quizzes. And of course, I'm just saying this hypothetically. But if you didn't do any quizzes and you got 100 points on your bio post, if you got 100 points on every training activity at MindTap, if you got 100 on every project at MindTap, if you got 100 on every exam at MindTap, even without doing one quiz, so you have 5 zeros, you'd still get a 95 in this class, which is obviously an A. So that's why they're a very small portion of your grade, okay? All right, so Module 1 due September 7th, all right? And it's available August 25. So let's go back to my syllabus. First things up here in all other assignments. So the first one is your bio. So you notice this, and I showed this in the class overview video anyway, and I'll talk about it in class on the first night of class, which is Tuesday, August 23. But you get until the next Monday night at 11:59 p.m. to submit it. And this one here, you cannot submit late. So if you don't do it, oh, sorry, professor, I forgot, but I want to do it now. No, there's no, I want to do it now. I do not allow the bio post to be made up. So that one's worth 2% of your final grade. So if you don't do it, you lost 2%. What does that mean? Well, it means conceivably you can still get a 98% in the class because it's only worth 2%. It's worth 100 points, but those 100 points turns to 2% of your grade, okay? All right. Anyway, so the Cengage computing concepts, all 5 modules, modules 1 through 5, they all start on August 25. They're all due September 7. Go back over here. So August 25, September 7. August 25, they unlock. September 7 at 11:59 p.m. they are due. So that's module 1. In the news, I said you don't have to do. You can do it if you want. Module 2 is exactly like module 1, but just different material. This one is the web, okay? So you've got readings, you've got videos, you've got practices, okay? But when you get to the bottom, you'll see another orange filled-in bubble. What does an orange filled-in bubble mean? It means it counts towards the grade. It's a quiz, so you get to take it 2 times. Highest score counts. I guess I'll tell you now about the L. L means you can submit it late. You can submit it late. So in this case, you get 7 days on this particular activity. Some you get 5, like exams you get 5. I think I set it up for, but it doesn't matter. But with a 20% penalty is the key. And that means you should never submit something late. If you take an exam late, you get a 20% penalty. That's a lot of penalty, especially on something that's worth 50% of your class grade. There are 5 exams. Each one is worth 10% of your class grade. So even though each one is only 10%, but that's still 2 points out of 100 at the end of the term. So do not waste, class points by doing things late. All right. Anyway, so that one, module 2. Then module 3, same stuff. Just click your links, read, do whatever. And then when you see the orange filled in bubble, that means you're at the end of that module. And it also has the late submission. And it's also unlocking August 25 at 12 a.m. And it's due at 11:59 p.m. on September 7th. And September 7th is a Wednesday. You might say, why not a Tuesday or Thursday? Because your class is Tuesday, Thursday. When things are due on the weekend, it'll be due on a Monday. If it's not due on a Tuesday or a Thursday, it's either going to be due on a Monday night at 11:59 or a Wednesday night at 11:59. Okay. Anyway, so that's the third one. Then module 4, go to the bottom. You'll see the orange filled in bubble, same stuff. It's all based on all these things up here. Every time there's a view 3 activities. Okay, every time. See, every module is the same. It's just the topic's different. Okay, so module 4, operating systems and file management. Then the last one you must do is module 5. You don't need to do in the news. You can read it, yes. View a video if it's there, yes. But scroll down, you know, of course, do these things. I'll open August 25. When you get to the bottom, orange filled in bubble means yes, it's a requirement. All right. So that is that. All right. Let's see now. I think I started this video. I don't really remember when, but I'll say 11:20 maybe. So 10:25. I may have done more than that. I'm not sure, but I got a lot more to do. So I just am trying to cover myself. Okay. So module 5 quiz. Okay. Now if I collapse all, that pulls it the default way. All right. But now I want to show you on the right side of the page. There's a lot of things. Okay. But the only thing I'm going to cover with you is this full book. So your access code gives you literally the entire book. You're not buying a book in this class. You're buying an access code, unless you're a dual enrollment student, in which case we're giving you the access code. But all the pages are right here. All the pages are right here. Okay. So when you want to read, if it'll help you, obviously, and it would, then make sure you click around this way. So now, technology for success. You see, that's the topic. That's that. Computer concepts. So these are the modules. So if you literally want to read, as an example, let's open this one again for module 1. It says impact of digital technology. Number 1, impact of digital technology. So if you want to read that whole thing, then click it. There it is. And everything is a link. Everything is a link. IoT, by the way, is Internet of Things. Okay. You know ATMs, well, you may know them. Automatic transfer. Gee, I don't even know what it's called anymore. Actually, it's been a lot of years because nobody uses ATMs anymore. But automated teller machine is what it is. Automated teller machine. Internet of Things. But if you want to know what it is, just click it, like Internet of Things at home. And then here it tells you, it shows you little pictures. But look, it's only at most a paragraph and a half, right? And then if you want to go to the next page, you just do this. The next one, you can just do this again. Now, when it's got a link for, like, in this case, artificial intelligence, if you click it, it's just going to tell you what it is. And that's a possible question, of course. Remember, all these are multiple choice or true false on quizzes. So any link I would click on. And you can write down notes if you want to. I let you use notes on your quizzes. I let you use notes on your exams. But these quizzes, you get the full book by clicking this blue full book icon on the far right side. Okay. So if I want to go back to the table of contents, so what's module 2? It says the web. Go over here. Number 2. That doesn't put the word module, but it's module 2, the web. Module 3, computer hardware. 3, computer hardware. Module 4, operating systems and file management. Operating systems and file management. Number 5, software and apps. Software and apps. Now there's a 6, a 7, a 8, a 9, a 10. We don't have any of them over here, but that's because it's not part of the class. And 12, 13, and 14 could be part of the class, but I don't include it. So you only have to do what's on the left. But if you want to learn more, if you want to click on security and safety or digital media, web development, networking, you're welcome to click around. But none of those things will be testing you. You won't be tested on any of those things. Okay. All right. So I'm going to close down the full book. All right. So now, collapse all again. So from August 25 to September 7, you're doing technology for success, computer concepts, and there are 5 modules that you must do. 5 modules you must do. Module 1, Module 2, Module 3, Module 4, and Module 5. And each of those will have a quiz, but they'll also have about 10 links. Each link will have either a reading topic, a video, and when there's videos, they're normally going to be less than 5 minutes. Some may be less than a couple minutes. And again, there's readings, and there's going to be a few things that are discussion questions. Discussion questions we won't be doing, so therefore there's no reason for you to do them. Unless, though, again, you can learn from doing some of those things, but you're not going to be, we're not having discussions on these topics. Okay, this is a very small part of the class, computer concepts. All right, so the next thing after computer concepts, so the first thing, by the way, is your bio post, which is the only thing not done here. Your bio post is done in Blackboard. So if I go up here, well, let's go back to your view. Okay, so your view. Discussion forum is the only thing that you're officially doing here, okay? And that's students working together. It won't open for you yet, okay? It'll open on August the 23rd. So I'm going to exit the preview just to show you what my bio post looked like. I showed this in the class overview video, but because I do want you guys to understand, you do it. So the bio post will open on August 23rd. So I'll click it, and I made my post. Okay, so John Maloney's bio, and I just basically put a little bit of information in here, similar to what you have to do. Okay, similar to what you have to do. So my beautiful wife, Eva. My beautiful wife, Eva, by the way, is from Nigeria. Her husband, me, is from Canada. Our son, Jared, graduated from University of Central Florida in December of 2020 with a Bachelor of Science in Aerospace Engineering. He's an American, because his dad, Canadian, his mom, Nigerian, married in the States, and had Jared. Okay. Our next son, Caleb, also graduated from the University of Central Florida. He graduated the next year, December 2021. Caleb's degree, a Bachelor of Science in Forensic Science and a minor in Chemistry. Caleb is now a middle school science teacher in Broward County, which is where I live. And my son Jared was a quality engineer at Horbiger Corporation in Pompano Beach up in Broward County, but he quit that job because he had been trying to get in with the Canadian Forces for a long time. And they offered him a job as a Marine Systems Engineering Officer. It's a huge position for a young man. But anyway, so he was selected. We're moving him up to Canada on September 7th. And on September 9th, he has his swearing in for the Royal Canadian Navy. And then that night or the next morning, they're going to be flying him over to a place in Quebec called Saint-Jean-sur-Richelieu. It's a French area. And he'll be doing his officer training there. And then he'll be doing training for lots of years. It's an 8-year program. But anyway, so that's that. And that's that. So you have to do that. You have to include a picture, and you have to be in your picture. Otherwise, you lose points. But you can look at the requirements on that after. All right. So getting back over here. So operating systems is second. So remember the computer concepts. It all ends. Go back to module 5. They all end on the same day. They all start the same day. So they unlock August 25, and they're due September 7, 11:59. So now let's go down to operating systems. You'll see it unlocks 1 minute after those are due. They're due 11:59 on September 7. 1 minute later, it's 12 a.m. on September 8th. And then the Windows 10 training is available. When is it due? September 12th, 11:59 p.m. So the minute after it ends, then the next topic of training, of work, becomes available. And that means Microsoft Word training will be available, and projects, by the way, available starting on September 13th at 12 a.m. Okay, but also the day after it's due is your exam. So the exam, and you notice the exam is only during class time. I unlock it at about 8:10 a.m. That may change, but about 8:10 a.m. on September 13th, and it's due an hour and 20 minutes later. But officially, you get an hour and 10 minutes to do it. I give you 10 minutes in case you get to class a few minutes late. But if you get to class an hour late, well, then in all likelihood, you won't finish it on time, and you'll get a 20% penalty automatically applied to your score. Okay, so Windows 10, there's 2 assignments. So in the computer concepts, there were 5, all 5 quizzes. Then there's 1 training for Windows 10 and 1 exam. That's the first exam in the class. Then now this is where the class gets busy. Okay, so this stuff, the very same day as the exam, September 13th, Windows 10, at 12 a.m. that morning, in other words, earlier, Microsoft Word opens up. And in Word, you've got Module 1, Training, Module 1, Project, Module 2, Training, Module 2, Project. Why am I saying you have them? Remember, they have orange filled in bubbles. Any orange filled in bubble, they're what you have to do. Okay? So, and then, not done. Module 3, Training, Project. Not done. Then there's a capstone project, because this is an honors college class. So you guys get an extra Word project, and it's a comprehensive one, covers 3 modules. And then you'll have the same thing with Excel and the same thing with PowerPoint. Okay. But anyway, but you'll notice you get a long time. So it unlocks September 13th, 12 a.m. September 13th, 12 a.m. All Word unlocks at the same time. And I don't know if I unlocked or did. Module 4 doesn't have a project, but it's got training. And they all have practice exams. But remember, practice you don't have to do, but it's a good idea to do them. And then the Word exam on October the 4th. And that means the very same day there, then Excel, it'll start all again. But let's count the orange bubbles for Word, though. So 1 for the exam. Now it's 2 because of Module 4 training, so that's 2. The capstone project, that's 3. The Module 3 project, that's 4. Module 3 training, that's 5. Module 2 project, that's 6. Module 2 training, that's 7. Module 1 project, that's 8. Module 1 training, that's 9. Now, I may have miscounted, but about 9 things, okay? In Windows 10, your training is 21 tasks, 21 total tasks. And then you're going to be tested on that. It's very easy. That's why you only get 4 days. But this will be 21 tasks. This exam will be, less than, let's say, 26 tasks. So it's about the same stuff. Anyway, and then in Word, though, this one is 40-something tasks. This one is 13 or so tasks. So that's like 50-something. And then this one is 30-something again. So that's like 90 or so. And then this one, I don't remember what it is, but cumulatively, there's 126 tasks for Word. There were only 21 for Windows 10. And the test for Word covers all 4 modules. Okay, and that's the same with Excel. Excel has the same things. If you open them all up, there's 9 bubbles. Okay, and there were 126 tasks in Word. In Excel, there's 130 something. Then when you go to Access, it's going to be more yet still. Except Access, there's no projects. No projects in Access, but there's 140 something tasks. And that's the one test will be on all those tasks, just like the Excel and just like the Word. Okay, so in Access, there's only 5 bubbles. The exam, and then the 4 bubbles for the trainings. But it's a lot of work, okay? By the way, on the Excel exam and the Access exam, I give you 80 minutes. I give you 10 extra minutes because they're the hardest subjects, all right? Claps all again. And then the class ends with PowerPoint. PowerPoint is like Word and Excel. There's 9 tasks. There's Module 1 training, Module 1 project. Module 2 training, Module 2 project. Also, again, the ungraded practice exams, but that's not technically a required orange bubble. So anyway, Module 3 training and Module 3 project, and then the capstone project for Word, Excel, and PowerPoint always cover modules 1 through 3, orange bubble. And then Module 4 training, and then the exam. All right? All right. I think I've covered a lot. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in class.